right now, working out. Losing some fat.
Is this his voicemail?
Yes.
See you later.
Oh my god.
Ask him. See if he knows that. Just ask him. Hey, Earl, did the red van ever get sold out of season 1, Making a Murder? Call us back. Bye.
Oh my god.
That was too funny. I was just curious. I know a lot of people wanted to know.
Sorry guys, I got disconnected. I think it's because my phone is getting hot.
Why is your phone getting hot?
It's like really
Can
overheating.
you unplug it?
My phone is fully charged, so you could probably log on my Facebook and use mine.
I'm 40%. I suppose I could unplug it for a while and let it
Unplug
cool
for a little
off.
bit to let it cool.
Okay, it'll drain fast, but
That's alright.
Kent wants to
Stick it
know,
in the
are they
fridge.
getting questions from this live feed or someone else? We have 2 phones running, so sometimes it's trying to catch up. You can go ahead and ask them in here, and I will try to answer them.
And I've got the group one, and I've got the page one, so I'm
Yes,
trying to
these are
read
both.
off of both.
because she's nuts.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Oh, God.
Oh, my phone is warmish.
Warmish?
That's not a word.
And I'm not drinking this nearly fast enough.
Under here.
Hoppin' Mad Apple.
Actually, I'm on number 3 because I had a Keystone. Yeah, it is.
Did Kevin give you a
So
Keystone?
kind.
Yeah, she did a beer when
You-
we were over.
And this is 5%. And I'm
You shared
Ken
your beer?
asked, so do you
I said,
think?
well, there's a Keystone in the fridge.
So do you all think that the evidence
Pizza.
Zellner provides
What?
will be rock solid
She was
enough that there will be
hesitant.
zero
I said,
doubt of his
"Where's
innocence?
light?"
I'm skeptical because it's been, what, in a storage locker out in Madison for how long?
What has been?
The evidence. Didn't they put it in a storage locker?
Yeah, it's still there. It still should be.
Okay, so who all has had access to that? Because that's my only concern.
Vehicle? What are you talking about?
Vehicle, everything.
Oh,
Any of it.
All of it.
Honestly, it's been 10
There's
years.
how
it's
many
about
how
time.
many items were put into evidence that were put in the locker? There was over like what? I don't even remember how many. But over time, who's had access to that? Doesn't that like? That's what scares me.
yeah.
And I've thought about that multiple times over the time. Of course, I'm like, well, you just never know.
Hey, Earl's calling me, dude.
Oh, Earl's calling us.
Hey, Earl! You are now live. You are being recorded. Just so you know.
live. Okay, so do you remember the red van?
Yes, I crushed it.
You crushed it.
No, you crushed it and it didn't sell?
Nope.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Dang it. Well, there you go, people. We have an answer.
Your voicemail, outgoing voicemail message is hysterical.
Are you working out? I work out. Get your workout on, buddy.
That's funny.
I got to the steps to the bedroom, and that was my workout.
Do you break dance? No.
No
They
breaking.
can't hear we're on the phone for a while.
The red van was crushed in 2006 or 2007.
Yep.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
Wow, so like almost 10
We
years.
didn't want it sitting around no more.
That makes sense. Oh, there's a person in the window. The bald
Danielle's
baby
being a
Danielle is
creep right
creeping
now.
on us in the window.
We can let you go now. We're
All right,
probably
thank
boring
Earl.
you.
We just needed a question answered. Have a good night.
Okay, good night.
Bye.
Go work out.
Go work out. Oh, well, that answers everyone's questions because that was a big question. Like,
Yeah, and
That
that's
was
probably what I figured they would
it
have
was
done.
probably for the better. Like,
Carrie has asked like 3 times right now. If she doesn't get an answer, she is going to go postal. So, what did the family think from the very beginning when they started looking at Stephen Avery and the car was found on the property? Did they instantly think he could be involved? Did they instantly think that he was innocent and he was being framed? Or was there mixed feelings?
They've played that on the family a lot with the news media,
Yeah.
and it started making a lot of the family second guess.
Oh, I bet it did. And you got to keep in mind, a lot of these people didn't know Stephen well because he'd already been gone for 18 years. So,
I just know what your sister.
I can't imagine any family not having some sort of doubts. And it probably was a mixture. Some probably thought absolutely not. Some probably thought absolutely, and some probably thought I have no idea what's going on here.
Well, because if you really think about it, everybody is capable of doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
Whether or not they can go through it is a different story. So.
In the video of the first search of Stephen's place, there is a woman scoffing about an invitation to the Innocence Project dinner. Does anyone know who this woman is?
Me and Megan met her.
Actually. And I cannot remember her name.
The police officer that's
Officer's name.
oh, she's not going to make it to that.
Cal, you might. Okay.
Is it
can I talk
Christine?
about this? Let me talk about this real quick. I'll go live right now.
Okay.
All right. So during our first protest we had January 29th, we were dead of winter cold, and this couple came and grabbed me, and she's like, "Go talk to this lady. She's off her high horse. She's crazy." And I said, "Okay." So I went up to her. There's another couple. I never got their names. They were standing on the side talking to her, and she comes up, and she's talking, and I said, "Who are you? Like, what's going on?" She was a Calumet County investigator. Yeah, basically, I went up to her and I said, "So, where's the blood?" Literally, I was like, "You're the one that read the letter off the desk that thought it was funny during making a murder." We never got her name. I don't know who she is. She's like, "Oh, well, Stephen burned his bed and bought a new one." That was her first saying about it. And then she went on to talk about the pool, which she didn't know if he had a pool. But there was all these containers in the garage that were going to be used to clean the pool. And how she came just to get a kick out of the show, and how she had severe PTSD from all of this.
Oh, God.
And then the big kicker was...
Wendy Baldwin.
Thank you.
Is it Wendy Baldwin?
And then the big kicker was, I said, "Well, what about the key?" And she said, literally, I kid you not, she goes, "Well, the key was in a book, and when we shook the shelf, it fell on the floor like that." Those were her exact words. And then she went on to talk about why they needed 8 days to search the property because of all the cars, and that all these cars, and it took 8 days to do it. And it was just, I got a very bad feeling about her. I did not.
You're getting hit on again. I'm sorry, but now this... Seriously.
Hi, guys.
No.
But no, and then we never heard from her, and I wanted to, like, secretly record her, and I had my camera and everything, but I just couldn't, and there was something really fishy about her. Like, I went to Megan right away afterwards. I was like, "Yo, this lady, like..." And then she kept saying how even Steven's house was too clean for him. And I'm like, what? Like...
Who are you?
Oh, she made me angry. So...
She burned.
She said that his house was.
Yeah, that's what she's claiming.
Too clean for Steven.
But this is the same woman who burnt a bunch of stuff out on her property in retaliation for... What was she? She had issues with the department. And she went out in her yard and burned a bunch of stuff. There's a video regarding it.
But how on earth would you know if pool chemicals that were in
That's
Steven's
Megan, Michael.
garage,
Michael.
how would you even know that they were used to clean up blood? Because I went to Menards myself and I looked up a bunch of pool chemicals and I Snapchatted pictures. Why is everybody laughing right now?
This Michael won't stop.
Michael, stop it.
Stop it. Damn, she's
Stop it,
cute.
I'm taken.
That's the first one. Damn, she's cute.
Just kidding.
Oh, no. Okay, wait a minute. Wrong Megan. Michael's got the hots for this Megan.
Tatas, that's Tata. I'm chicken leg.
Oh, my God. Seriously, you guys.
Who's got the pool?
Kevin doesn't care. Who's got the pool?
So what's his pool at?
Who wants the pool?
Yeah, where's the pool?
Stephen had a pool in his back trailer yard.
Yes.
So this whole thing about him answering the door in his towel was because he was in the back in the pool, and he answered the door in a towel over his swim trunks.
Yeah.
And they turned that into something else.
Stop running around so
Yeah.
that he didn't fall in the pool.
And we were eating ice cream too. I stole
You were
Laura's
in like a
ice
little
cream.
truck or something.
Yeah, I stole Laura's ice cream. Me and Danielle.
Okay, so I have a question. So the people who watched that Reels Murder Made Me Famous episode, since I posted it on YouTube, people asked me questions, stuff that I can't actually answer because, believe it or not, even though I sound crazy, I don't actually delve into the case like most people. I kind of just love everyone in the family, and I know the basics. So I don't know everything. So I'm gonna ask this because people have asked me. They want to know in the show. They talked about the bleach on Brendan's pants, and they want to know what is that about? Why did he have bleach on his pants? Because that's like one of the points that they made in the show. So can we answer that? Does anyone have an answer?
Did anyone do dishes before and it used bleach?
I have never gotten a solid answer regarding bleach on pants, but I can't even count how many articles of clothing I have bleach on, and none of them resulted in me cleaning something. It was either me doing laundry or doing a project or doing,
And with us living out in the country, we don't have the chlorine in the water. So yes, my daughters actually add a splash of bleach.
Yeah.
in
I
the
ended up
dishes
getting it
where-
on my clothes.
Yes, you've had it already on your shirts, and I've had it. So that's just some normal routine to some people, adding bleach for certain items.
I don't even
Laundry.
want to, I don't even want to imagine some of the stuff on my teenage son's clothing. Seriously.
Oh.
Pillows.
Well, I mean, come on.
The only way I can answer it is if, okay, let's say that bleach was used to clean something like that, there would be more than just a little spots on his
I'm not the one that
sheets
spilled soda.
Jeremy.
on it.
Jeremy, that's not right. This is not that kind of show.
What?
You want to
Show
see
me your
Papa's?
tits.
Why is it always about the boobs?
Are you sure they didn't come back to get the sign they donated?
What?
Carol Davis just asked about the sign.
Which one is that?
Are we sure they didn't come back to get their sign?
Well,
Yeah, I really don't know for
I
sure.
have no idea, but
I guess it's a possibility, but
well, one sign is chained, that one wasn't, and we don't know if they came back and got it because that was we don't know who took it. Just put it at that. But whoever did take it, hopefully they sell it, get some money, give it to Kathleen Zellner for Steven.
Another person you would like to know who y'all think did it.
Y'all.
It's a grab bag at this point. It depends on my flavor of the week. I've gone through several, and sometimes I get really convinced that I'm onto something, and another thread comes from somewhere else, and I'll pull on that until I have all the information on it. So
I always tend to go back to the boyfriend.
yeah,
Somebody's close.
there's a letter. I should find it actually, so I can show it to you.
Tracy has an answer about the bleach.
Oh,
She says the bleach that shows on his pants is not the same bleach that all traces can be removed from the garage, etc. Two different bleaches, and the bleach on Brennan's pants was the bleach that could not be removed completely from the garage. So just a red herring from MCSD. Okay, so now we have an official answer.
nice.
Tracy.
Yes, thank you. Now I know what to tell people.
Nice.
And yes, somebody else just made a comment that
Let's
chlorine
get that close up of Megan too.
Chlorine bleach doesn't destroy DNA.
Dun, dun,
but
dun.
non-chlorine bleach does.
Look at that face,
But
though.
that type doesn't bleach clothes.
Jeff.
Jeremy, you need to shush now. Shush or go away.
Did you just seriously accuse me of taking the sign I made? No, nobody accused you. We just said if you did take it, then it was your sign. No one said that you did take it.
We don't know who took it.
We said we don't know who took it. So there was never any accusation.
There's no way of finding out. I mean, there's so many people that come down there, and if it wasn't chained.
Yeah. Because the old one was the one that was chained, and then there's another one that's
No,
chained.
Jeff had made two signs.
He made two
Oh,
signs.
okay. So one was chained and one was
Chuck actually
Yeah.
gave Jeff the old sign. And my dad chained the new sign up, and the other one was actually stuck into the ground. It just vanished one weekend. They don't know who took it, but he just asked either return it or whatever they get for it, at least give the money to Kathleen Zellner.
I don't know why you would want it.
Please be respectful in the comment section of this video, because I will find you after we're done here and block if necessary. I may not be able to do while I'm recording, but I have a good memory.
She's not that old yet.
I'm not that old yet. High five, little bro.
I'm little and crazy, so I'll be your sidekick.
Debbie, what do you mean? Which car are you talking about? She asked, what car came. Do you think the car came from the Verdant quarry? So
The white Jeep? It's my little guy.
White Jeep.
Hi, Jace.
If they're pertaining to like the
Answering
RAV4 and the red Jeep, yes, we believe that it came through the backside of the quarry. There was
Okay, now you can let go.
3
I'll quit
back
recording you.
entrances they could have came through,
At least 3.
and it would have been an easy access.
Mhm. And I actually got to see that quarry when I went there with Jeff and Jax. It's like behind that big hill.
It's huge.
Yeah, it's giant.
Yeah.
And I think it was Jeff that was telling me that they tried to drive back there and it was like took them forever.
In the past, when their family would go up hunting for deer hunting, they would go up north and deer hunt. They have an outside wood burner that heats Chuck's old house and Grandma's house. And I used to go over there and fire it up for them. There was quite a few times that I've already seen people in the back ransacking the junkyard.
Because they could sneak in and
They could
get
sneak
parts
in
and-
with their car, take parts off, or pick them up that they took off during the day when they were there in the daylight.
Yeah.
Oh, and there used to be always high school kids too coming into the
Yeah.
backyard or the back area and having
Partying.
little parties in the back.
Yeah.
Regarding Christopher McKenna, I've seen a couple of questions regarding it. I know that is something that's being actively looked into right now, and I don't necessarily want to throw speculation at somebody who's not guilty. But if you do your own research, he's in Arizona, just had some recent charges, and I'm sure that there are several Reddit threads. Just search for McKenna on Reddit, and you'll find what you're looking for.
Heard me, I think. Oh.
They want to know if in the new court case the neighbor's going to take the stand. We're hoping to avoid a trial altogether.
I don't see them having one.
I don't having one either. Nobody wants to go through this all over again, and there's a way that they can find. Sorry, I had to put charge again. There's no way they're going to find a location where somebody doesn't know about this case.
Yeah, there's no way.
It's like it's no.
Someone else asked, was there any key evidence other than the car that was found by anyone other than MCSD? It amazes me how involved they were, told from day one to stay away. Yeah, I don't think there was any actual major evidence that was found by anybody other than Manitowoc, right?
All of the key pieces of evidence were found by Manitowoc. Manitowoc logged 744 hours that month. That's the equivalent of somebody being on that case 24 hours a day. Plus they billed another 2,800 investigation related. So for a county that wasn't supposed to be involved at all, they certainly had somebody on it all the time. And another thing is they had people volunteering, essentially. They were off duty and they were calling in, and you can see that in some of the YouTube videos where officers were calling in, asking if they can go to the Avery property and help. And people saying, we really don't need your help. They think got enough people there. And then they'd show up anyway, and you'd see them on the log list. They wanted to be involved. They had an agenda.
Well, and there was Hallmark people who were logged into the salvage yard, too. I didn't know about that episode.
Tracy, no, I did not hear about the fight between Ryan and McKenna at a Halloween party. Elaborate. That's something new.
What's that?
And a fire pit burned. The fire pit burned. Can't burn the bones in 5 hours. Takes, I think, what was it? Somebody had said.
And he didn't even have the bonfire for that long, so how the hell?
Well, and on wet ground. It had been rainy the days up to and drizzling the day of.
Because what time did Brendan go home? Like 10? 10:30?
10, 11 o'clock.
Because Barb had called the...
Well, not to mention, if you even just listen to the phone calls that he was talking to Jody in jail, if he's doing all that supposed stuff, he would not be, he could just call us a cram. Right. In the phone calls,
Hey, Tracy, send me a message with the link, if you would, please.
And even remember the investigating questions? Remember when I can't remember who I talked to about this, but when he was being interviewed, there was like interview 1, interview 2, but all his answers, Stevens, this is, everything played out right. Remember when he was getting questioned, there's like, oh, my lawyer's calling me. Remember that? When we had to dig through and find those files? Nothing changed. Everything was the same. So it's like, it's still, there's no way. Steven, like, if you're going to lie about stuff or be guilty of something, you're not going to be calm as a clam and just have the same answers over and over. You're going to be twitchy and offset and, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what bugged me the most, I think, too.
And Jeremy, I have no idea what's up with Steven's Twitter babe.
Oh, Twitter babe.
Twitter babe.
Stephen Avery's girl.
What?
Yeah.
She blocked me on Facebook, but unblocked me just to poke me a couple of times today, and then blocked me again. So
See, and I don't even know.
That's
She had blocked me, and I don't know if she refunded.
I question the sanity of that one.
I haven't seen that.
And I don't really speak negatively about people, but this girl's got some. Her elevator does not leave the lobby. Okay.
That's a new one.
Oh, Clutch says hugs.
I have not seen it.
Okay, we have a question over here.
Hoo-ha?
Do the
What?
guys read all the
What
letters sent
called?
to them from
No,
all
she
their
said
supporters
hugs.
personally?
Oh,
If so,
on
are they
here?
responding
No.
to many, if any?
I was talking
We'd
to
love to send some
gotcha.
words of positive support, well wishes from Melbourne to the guys and also to Mama and Papa Avery as well.
As far as we know, they message almost everybody back. It takes time
Brendan
though.
does. Yeah.
Brendan tries to. Steven, he's been off and on. He's a little more busier.
Everybody say goodnight, Earl, quick. Good night, Earl.
Night, Uncle Earl.
I want to sing the Duke of Earl for
Go
some
work
reason
out
right now.
tomorrow.
I work out.
Okay, so
But, okay, Steven, he tries. He's been writing back here and there. He does read all of them. Actually, last time I talked to him, I think he had about 20, 25 that he had to read yet. He's a little more busier trying to help Kathleen and talking with Kathleen and still doing some research and stuff like that, but he tries.
I think it says mountains about Brendan that the top thing that he wants on his commissary list is letters so that he can write people back. I think that speaks to his character quite a bit, and he's very diligent about writing people back.
But the amount of letters that they're getting in is overwhelming, so it's, you know.
It takes time.
Right.
Yeah, so anybody
And
that
it's-
wants to help with just the self-addressed letters, I know that Barbara and Amy have something set up in the Justice for Brendan group. I know that they have so many people a week that actually order them for them. Stephen, nobody really orders any, so if anybody would just randomly want to order one or two groups and send it, it'll help him out. I know that, actually, I have to order him some when we get back home. But Stephen doesn't ask for much. So, yeah. And Kathleen helps him and orders most of the stuff that he needs and does it that way because they've got it set up where it goes. That's another one.
Is that 3 phones?
Yes, I do have
It's got to
3
be some sort of
phones.
record.
Sorry.
But, you know,
You're gonna have to grow more
he doesn't
hands.
want to feel greedy and
Actually,
ask.
one of them's
So, actually, one person asked me last week, and she's ordering him a couple envelopes. So anybody just randomly, they'll appreciate it.
About 5 questions regarding where the case is again. You probably missed the previous video, so we can repeat that for you. Zellner filed a motion May 31st, extended it to August 29th, so she has until then to file her brief. After that, the state will take their mandatory time and then probably file another extension to drag this out as long as they possibly can. Once she gets it back, she has 15 days, and then some decisions should be made from there. So, general idea is that they'll be out before the end of the year, or at the very least, Stephen. But we're all waiting just like you guys. Waiting and waiting and waiting. And my husband would like his wife back. And so would Stacy. So the sooner the better.
I have a wife?
I thought she was a phone.
That's funny. Hey, and yes, they say you look like Anna Kendrick.
Funny.
Who?
Shoot.
I do not look like Anna Kendrick.
Yeah, you do. I mean, I'm sorry.
No, I can
You want to know? I
I
would.
just met you.
Yes.
I just
know,
met you, and this is crazy. You look like Anna, so call me maybe.
Wow.
Oh my
It's
god.
been a long day. Wow, we travel.
Wow.
Wow.
My husband, when he was younger, looked like, oh, look at my toes. And my husband, when he was younger, looked like Axl Rose. And when I was a teenager, I looked exactly like Tiffany. Not kidding.
Don't call me.
So I'll take Anna Kendrick over Tiffany any
Want her
day.
number?
I guess.
What?
Do you have Megan's number?
I am.
No.
Wah, wah, wah.
Remember?
Maybe he doesn't want you to.
Great, now I'm gonna have that sound stuck in my head. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Ken said if Steven was exonerated, how in the hell could they
Don't
keep
leave it
Brendan
there
in
when you
any
come back.
longer? Unfortunately,
They had
were
different
tried
charges.
separately.
They had
They were
different charges.
Yeah. And basically they charged Brendan on his own confession.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Can I shut this stupid thing off?
Yes, you may.
Jeremy, you're obnoxious.
Alright, it's freezing in here.
Just stop. Good God.
Who's he hitting on now?
Anna.
What? Go away.
Okay, we're not laughing about this anymore. No, you can't have her number.
Is anybody
No,
macking on me?
I am taken. I am lesbian. I told you this.
Mental.
Sorry.
Is anybody macking on me?
Rhonda.
ASL.
Rhonda Gustafson says you're the hottest person in the room.
Oh.
Wow.
She's a friend of mine.
Rhonda
That's pretty awesome, though. I agree.
Joel asked, so is there a chance Steven could get released and Brendan won't?
I'm the hottest one.
There is a
there is a
possibility.
slim chance, but I hope like
Like I
he'll-
said,
Kind of
that's I
Randy
think
enough.
why they had separate charges. But all we can do is hope and stay positive. And my opinion, they have nothing to hold Brendan on. You know, his confession. You know, what's that?
Yeah.
I think the only way it would be is if
You're lesbian.
Zellner actually comes out with the person that is guilty of it,
Yeah.
then there wouldn't be any way they could hold him. I guess time will tell.
Well, yeah, I mean, if Stephen is exonerated of a murder, then there's no murder. I mean, you know what I mean? That they're involved in. So, it would make sense, but I mean, sadly, that's not how things work sometimes.
Yeah, well, sometimes the law doesn't always make sense.
But they're going to take an awful lot of heat if they try to keep Brendan after Stephen is exonerated. I mean, we're talking like the riots of Westwood back in Hollywood back in the day. We're talking about a lot of angry people, especially mothers. You don't want to piss us off. Seriously, there's a whole army of moms out there that have basically taken Brendan in as, you know, as one of their own. Their hearts were pulled to this case. And so if Stephen is released and Brendan isn't, God help that county.
I don't understand how that could work. I don't get it. They made them two separate cases. It's just ridiculous.
Are you capable of blocking?
Yeah, possibly, maybe.
I'm gonna say that to cop, okay?
Tracy's on. She says that, just so you know, Brendan is having to send a lot of envelopes home. That's why we've implemented and Carla mentioned this earlier too, a lot of people who contribute so Brendan doesn't have to pay out of his own commissary to send them.
Yeah, and that's why I mentioned that Justice for Brendan group actually has a list weekly that they have certain people or individuals that want to order instead of having everybody order them all at once.
Joel asked, have you guys noticed a swing in support locally since Making a Murder was released?
What?
Has there been a swing in support locally since Making a Murder was released?
Well, of course. It used to be all
Right.
negative comments and hate letters and.
Some.
Well, yeah. Well, a lot of
Like
them.
when it first came
Hey.
out, or when-
A lot of people from around that area are
Get that
just
guy.
sick of hearing about it already.
Mhm.
And so hearing it again, they shut down right away. I know I've talked to some people and they're like, we lived it. Why the hell would we want to watch that?
Yeah.
You'd have to go off the video
The,
and do it
yeah,
quick, and then
The problem with that is a lot of that stuff was never publicly known
Right.
before that.
Mhm.
And I've told people that. You really got to
Megan's
watch it
recording
because
Yeah.
there's stuff that the family didn't even know that was taking
Right.
place.
Yeah.
You can exit both.
Hey, do we have any admins watching this? Where's my girls at? Your girls? It's just funny. Where's my girls at?
I
fine,
found
they're
it
my
really
angels.
annoying when we were there for that last protest. All the people that were honking and saying, you know, rude shit. And then later the next day, Shia LaBeouf was there. And someone had taken a Snapchat video of him in a crowd of a bunch of people. And he yells out, "Free Avery!"
That was Kayla's boyfriend.
Oh, really?
That was Kayla Marie's, but it was both of them were together and they saw. And I think Shia knew who they were. She must have
And that's
introduced
why-
herself, and that's why he shot it. But that was
And
pretty
then
awesome.
Suddenly now everyone's like, yeah, Free Avery. It's like, we were just there yesterday.
I saw
And people
that.
didn't give a shit about this.
Right. You see that one comedian who does YouTube videos, and he's going off about commercials. I have to show you the video. He's going off about commercials that think people are idiots by, you know, they always show the person trying to do the most menial task and screwing it up in one way or another. And then there's this product that will make their lives so much easier.
Oh,
And he goes, we've got bigger problems going on. And he lists a whole bunch of word problems. And he goes, and Stephen Avery's still in prison. You know, it's just made me laugh.
Never have to see that.
It was pretty funny. Do you remember that? Yes.
Vaguely.
Debbie asks, who's the guy with the hat on? That's Dassey Chase. That's Carla's husband. He's wearing the signature hat.
Either that hat or a cowboy hat.
No, retired the cowboy hat. Too hard on the head.
Did you get him?
It's,
Huh?
what's his damn name?
Because
It's cute. We should have brought Trinity. She didn't get.
yeah, and enjoy your time here for as long as you've got Jeremy. We're in the process of blocking you, so
Yeah, what do you think?
I apologize. I apologize to the rest of.
What do you think I'm doing?
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I got quiet.
Who's
I
Jeremy?
apologize to the rest of the people that have to listen to him while we,
Who's Jeremy?
Jeremy, while we round up.
Is he a hater?
But
He's a perv.
see you later, buddy.
Oh, is he the one macking on Anna here?
Yeah.
Well, and he's made some other comments too.
I'm little.
We're
but
just-
I get violent.
Did you get him?
She's scary.
People need to be nice. It's not that hard.
Don't push me.
Not you,
She's
Say
scary.
bye.
Jeremy. Say adios.
Say bye.
Bye,
Goodbye, Jeremy. Everybody say goodbye to Jeremy. Bye, Jeremy. That's Randy. Bye. See ya. Mwah. Mwah.
Hey, your Facebook says single.
What's wrong?
Duh.
I thought you were hurt.
And then he said comments on it.
Now I'm gonna steal your spot and I'm
Joel
gonna
says
try
Steven
to
and Brennan need to go on a countrywide tour so all the supporters have a chance to meet them.
And that's what we told Steven last time we were up there. Buy himself a nice fancy RV. Well, actually, he was looking into them anyway. But
I told him
But
to
she's
get a nice
got
fancy RV
hit
and then
written
just
all
tour
over
the
her
United
face.
States.
Yeah.
So nobody knows where
She's
the hell he
hit lab
is.
mix.
Okay. I like
And he can go visit all his
She's a,
supporters.
she's a big girl.
Dumb.
That's good to know, Jeff.
And she was like,
It would have been nicer to know a long time ago.
what was that?
bad. People like that shit.
Jeff says Jeremy was given admin rights before to block member or delete members the night the original Facebook group was taken over.
That's weird.
See, and I thought that name was familiar, but I couldn't.
Would have been nice to know.
She's watching with him at you.
I like this bed. Too bad that I have to sleep on
So is
the
there any more
floor because of
questions?
Stinky Boy.
Because, yeah, we need,
5 more minutes. We wrap it up.
because we've got drinking to do. I'm sorry, but
I think you're
Yeah,
gonna
this
call
woman
into
has
work.
a bad habit of smoking, so I think it's well overdue for myself.
I'm smoking on something.
Oh, we do have a question. This has been a global phenomenon. How important in the court of public opinion, and how will it be affected in the second documentary? Oh, in your opinion. Okay. The second documentary, I don't know, after all this has happened, I'm actually really surprised that they were not grabbing any footage at any of the rallies that we did.
I hope that they take what we have and they throw it in there. I really do.
They grabbed some video and pictures elsewhere. It would have been nice if they would have been there, though, but they didn't start filming until, 2 weeks after that?
But if I can take what I have off my SD cards and somehow get it to them, we could have it in there.
No, they announced that they were going to start filming, and so we hoped that the rallies would be the first place they started filming, because that would have been great. But they didn't officially start until 2 weeks later.
If we're in there, though, they'll take
Girl,
it.
you gotta give her a shout out.
I did. Hey, Brooke. I made a comment. I said I had to come back and say, "Oops, it's Carla."
Yeah, it's hard on the page. Yeah.
Oh, you're on my phone. She's probably
Well, no, I'm on the page with my phone, and I'm in the group with your phone.
Oh, nuts. Means my phone will be blowing up.
But we're not done, though. I mean, we'll have one last hoorah.
Yeah, they'll definitely hear it's not the last you're gonna see. The rallies and stuff. There's a lot of stuff happening.
Right.
Especially after the brief World War.
That's a long time ago, but
Wait a minute.
Still love her.
you're still there.
We're still here.
Oh, okay.
What are you? Oh,
Well, I hit the finish instead of liking Tracy's comment. There you go.
So what do we what do we say about the as far as continuing on with this? I mean, like the whole drama spiel end of it. Like, I mean, things are gonna come up. Things are gonna happen. Things are going to be said about us, but, you know.
we have nothing to hide.
We don't. We're honest, we're truthful, we're here. If you have questions, ask. Don't speculate and throw it out there on the web.
Look at that
Seriously,
business.
Don't. Yeah. Don't.
We didn't have to leave the discussion to
Facebook pages. Don't create.
You just hold the
Twitter
comment
accounts.
and it pops up.
Yeah, I tried
Just
to do that,
ask
but I
us.
couldn't do it off of his phone.
Yeah.
You know why?
Oh.
You know who we are.
Because
Just
I'm
come
not
forward.
Yeah.
We have no problem answering because we have nothing
I
to
had to
hide.
leave my.
Well, that's like what I said, and I had to make a post because people were saying stuff about me on Reddit, and I was like, okay, first of all, my Facebook page is public. Literally everything I post, unless it's my kids, is public. You could see everything.
Yeah.
My inbox is always there. You can ask me any questions, and I try to answer them. I'm not gonna. You don't have to create a fake Facebook account.
Yeah.
Just to follow.
I don't understand those sock accounts.
You can totally talk to me. I'm not a mean person. Even if you want to be mean to me, just let me know who you are. I mean, you don't need to create a fake Facebook to do it.
The other Megan's meaner.
Because Megan is,
She's feisty.
Us smaller ones are feisty.
Yeah.
But for real, I mean, just ask before you throw it out there. It's just.
No kidding. And I can't even count how many times I've said that. I'm an open book. I've got no reason to lie about anything. That's exhausting.
Yeah.
I mean, and put yourself
And then it's like
not only
straight.
just in the family
Right?
shoes, but the supporter shoes. I mean, why? What's the point? Where is it going to get you?
Mm-hmm.
You're just creating more hassle for yourself, and it's going to come back and bite you in the butt.
Right.
It will in the end, and you're going to look like an idiot. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but what if it was you in this family shoes, or you know what I'm saying? Like, just don't do it. You're wasting your time and energy, and you look stupid.
And months ago, I actually came out with proof of receipts and my banking information.
Right, the proof is there.
It's out there. Like I said, that's how we actually became friends with many people that had hatred towards the family and towards myself. And I had proved a lot of mistruths to be wrong. Like I said,
Time and time again.
yeah, time and time again.
I mean,
over and over.
there's very little that can't be proven.
Yeah.
So if you hear something, just ask one of us, because chances are we'll be able to show you that it's not true.
Right.
And with the whole family situation, we want to try to keep everything, with the family. It shouldn't be out here in the groups and discussed with the groups. Kind of, family stuff should be left with family, more or less.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because these are people,
And I
Not-
don't know about you two,
not celebrities.
Right.
They're people.
but like when I wear my shirts and whatnot, people have been like, "Oh, well, if it's on the internet, it must be true," and because I'm trying to get a point across.
It's usually a
Like,
joke. I mean,
And I'm like, actually, this stuff is true. You can't make this stuff up, and I do this for a reason. You know, like, I never saw myself doing this ever in my life, but now that it's happened, I wouldn't turn back for any of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know how, like, people approach you guys about it, but it's a real thing. This is reality. You're not going to make this up. You're not going to get, you know, these guys aren't going to get their time back. So you might as well make the best of it while it's here.
Right.
And do what you can until they're out.
They'd like to know if we have any advice for people who've been wrongfully convicted, and I would say get it out there on social media as far as you can, because it is a machine that'll work on your behalf, and document everything. Every tiny phone call, every tiny message, every tiny... I realized I had gone so far down into this case when I looked at my phone. I have kids, and I looked at my phone and I had more screenshots than I did photos. I had more documents and more files and more screenshots than...
Okay, my phone took a crap, my charging port. Thank God it was under warranty, but I had to transfer all my photos into my SD card through my phone, so I couldn't keep them in albums.
A 32 gig card.
32 gig card that's almost filled.
Shit.
So I got 11,000
Right.
pictures, screenshots, everything mixed together, which I have to reorganize into albums. So yeah, it's up there. I used to have maybe like 500 photos, 1,000 prior on my phone. Yeah. It's gonna take time. So if anybody wants screenshots, they just gotta wait.
They're there somewhere.
Oh yeah, somewhere.
Debbie says you all have so much strength as a family. It's amazing.
It is.
We always have. We've always stuck together and
Yeah,
got
you
each
guys
other's
have.
backs.
Seriously.
We've gone through so much.
And I'm not sure any of their lives are going to be normal anytime soon. I mean, really. A couple generations from now, maybe it'll be a thing of history, but... And is season 2 of Man still being made? Yes, we just discussed this. They are still filming. They will probably be filming well into when they're released, and then after, so you can see the process.
Of course, you'd be the first one to notice.
From what I understand, it's going to focus mostly on Brendan and youthful wrongful convictions and his process, which is great because it's a huge problem. It's
just a problem.
It's an ugly rabbit hole that leads to
that they can do what they can do to young adults, or I shouldn't say young adults, to children.
And you hear, I can't believe that happened, but after looking into this, it happens all the time, and that's scary.
That's sad.
It could happen to your son.
It could happen to my son. It could happen to you.
Just watching YouTube videos.
Actually, it probably wouldn't happen to you because you're wise.
I suppose I'm gonna bring these up.
Oh, this is fun.
The shirts. The shirts.
Find one of these.
Okay.
Megan.
We thought of a fun thing around rally time. This is,
what we did.
I'll let you
Appropriate
drive.
when it's not signed yet. Actually have some of the, we stand. We actually have signatures going on.
Even Steven.
Yes. Well,
Even
and
Steven.
what we're doing is we're in the process because it's a little trickier, but we are actually getting Steven to sign them.
Shut up.
And
That's awesome.
It's a process, but it's happening.
First
Show
one
that one
is
is
a little
so his
sketchy.
signature.
Okay, next.
Here, hold this up for me for a second.
This one's the rough
Oh
one.
my god.
Just
This was
done.
the first one that we tried.
Yeah.
We had actually
but
gone
it's
in.
Totally his signature.
Yes, it is. It is his signature. They gave us a big fat permanent marker,
Those are
and of course
tricky.
I cannot take the shirt off. So as he's trying to sign, I'm moving my shirt.
The BB
Having
guns.
him actually sign. We still have to add a couple more names to it. We're gonna have baby Danielle sign it. Right now we have 3 out of the 5 signed.
Awesome.
What we plan on doing is putting these on eBay. Not sure on how we're gonna start. Probably a bidding thing. We have to talk to. I have to talk to the rest of the family and see how we're gonna actually do it fully. But But what we're also going to
But
do,
she is discussing it with the family, and it will be documented, and receipts will be available.
yes,
So
we are also going to include a signed autographed photo. So what I'm actually doing, well, I actually got that one sent back to me. What I have to do is, I have the photos. I just sent him some back. He is going to sign them and send them back to me so I can at least have 1 or 2 photos with each shirt.
That's awesome.
It's just a thought that we came up with, and everybody agreed on it and loved it, kind of situation.
you probably already said, and the funds go to before the questions start pouring in and people.
It's going to the canteens.
Okay.
Or, well, like I said, I've got to sit down and talk to all the family members, but it will be all documented and it will be written down where it's going.
So all you naysayers that think this is a dumb idea and that Carla's going to pocket some money and blah 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 and the family's not on board and she's doing this on her and she's an attention whore and all she's doing is doing this for money, just stop right now. This is a genuine effort to see that we can put a little bit more money in their canteens, and it's a fun way to reach out to the supporters with something that they would cherish and like.
Sentimental.
Yeah, something that I can't imagine thousands of people would like to get their hands on. So
we actually have the two.
And the love button is popping up all over my video.
The two
Thank
green,
you.
The 2 orange shirts are mediums. The 2 green ones here are larges, and we do have actually a 2X that we're gonna have, and that's a big.
I want that
shirt.
one.
Like I said, it's mainly going to be like the MAM family members, and I got Tim Duquette on there. Dolores actually signed it. Earl, Blaine had signed it. Jenny, Stephen's daughter. Kayla, Earl's daughter. Chuck, Barbara and Scott. And of course, as you see, Stephen has signed it. Little Danielle, she's going to put baby Danielle Chase on it. I'm still debating on whether or not I should sign it. So
I think I should sign them.
I totally think you should sign them.
Under the armpit.
I love you.
Do I smell?
So,
Find me here.
I'm also gonna try this next week to get Al to sign it. He's
Good
only
luck.
down from the yard. Well, he's only down at the yard for 2 to 2.5 days a week.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard when his hands are all greasy and stuff like that.
Just put a handprint.
This
Put
is
some oil on there.
This is also
Al was here.
what is it? Mega Sharpie or something like that. It's an extra strength Sharpie. So
Oh, you
It
have the
won't
new
wash
ones?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, except for the ones that from Steven, because that's a regular
First.
Sharpie that
They
we used
have
the
to.
last time.
Yeah.
I should be able to get Steven to sign the next ones this next week, or when I go up there. I might have to take my husband up there so he wears the 2X, because I'll be like drowning in it.
What you trying to say?
It'll fit you better than
It'll
me.
fit better.
So, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like I said.
We have also, maybe I should make Megan announce it. We have also launched per Megan's doing.
Yes. We have an official family from the group and from the page, or a website. It's going to be www.averydasseyproject.com. It's live. You can see it now. It's not, we haven't really done a lot with it, but we're going to have case files, photos, articles, all the newest and latest stuff will be there too. So
For those that don't necessarily want the notifications from groups or pages or whatnot, then they just want to check in. The other page, opaverydassey. Is it org or com? I can't remember. Was started and run by somebody in the very beginning that led Carla and the family to believe that they had this no problem. There's some confusion regarding that page, and it hasn't been maintained. It hasn't been shut down yet. But he has not given Carla access to shut anything down either. So yes, that old PayPal button is still there. No, it's not garnering much in the way of donations and hasn't been for months. Please do not use that page. Do not use that PayPal donation button. That PayPal, although it has not been completely shut down, can't be until after some red tape. Just ignore it. It doesn't exist. like the Titanic.
Yeah, slowly sinking.
Slowly
I'm
sinking.
trying, I just have to go through the rest of the
If we had a little
process.
bit more cooperation from the person that offered to start it, this would have been a lot easier, but...
Cursing where she's
What? No?
I told you she had too much to drink already.
She's
I did
reenacting-
not.
She's reenacting.
You said
Titanic.
Titanic, and all I can think about is the window scene where she puts her hands and she's like,
I'm king of the world. That's the only thing I think of. Kevin, this is a true story. Kevin used to watch that movie over and over and over again. It was like his night-night movie. You know, like your kids when they're little, they have the night-night movie
Oh my God.
where they put a movie in and they fall asleep to it, and it's that movie that plays every night for like a month or two, right? Kevin had a night-night movie, Titanic, and he would pop it in, and 5-10 minutes later he would fall asleep, and I would wake up in the middle of the night during the loudest part of the movie where they're yelling at each other, Rose, Jack, Rose, Jack. Every night. I finally had to veto it. I finally had to say enough is enough.
You know what my
I just
night-night
screenshotted
movie
that
is,
real
but it's not a movie, it's a show? Friends. I watch it every single night before I go to bed.
Oh, my sister will love you.
What's the deal with the friend? Sorry.
Love it.
Friend is amazing.
Sheila just asked if there's money still in their canteen when they get out, will they get the amount given to them? Yes.
Yes.
Anything that is in
Oh,
their
yeah.
canteen, they will get back. It takes a few weeks for the prison to do their process and stuff, but all that money gets sent back to.
When I actually
whatever they
called
went in with, they
Brendan's
get back.
prison, they told me that any money that's
Hopefully.
given through them, they take 10% of it and they put it in a release fund, so they get it when they're released. And she also said if there's any money left over, literally as they walk out the door when they're released, they write a check for it.
Yeah.
And nobody knows how much the inmates have in
That's
their
not how it
account.
works in Orange is the
And-
New Black.
Yeah. And there's no limit in either
Right,
canteen.
There's no limit in either
Doesn't
canteen.
They can have $10, $20, $1,000, $10,000. There is no limit.
They can only spend so much
They
each
can only
week,
spend
right?
$86 or something, I think it is a week.
And nobody but them knows what's in their account.
Below 45, I think. As you can see on, I think In Touch actually shoved that out there. If you look at his canteen records, it's like $42, $43 that he spent each time, and you never see anything above that. So,
Is there any last minute?
Any last minute questions? Because
wrapping it up.
we need
That's how
to.
I was getting tired.
We need to
My
go.
neck, I've heard
I
it
need
so
to
bad.
separate.
It's like making my ear hurt now.
Don't do
How's
that.
your neck?
I don't know. I don't know if I stepped
Whiplash.
on it wrong or something happened.
If you stepped on it wrong.
I slept on it wrong.
Oh,
I can't even
It's
remember.
that
Like,
Illinois accent.
if I stepped on it wrong.
Chicago accent. Yeah.
Chicago.
Chicago.
That's a dangerous city.
I just got my Minnesota accent, I guess, but I don't think I have an accent.
Four lands going the same way.
accent.
We are
Yeah,
awesome.
and they're all backed up on 35W because idiots.
The whole
Thanks,
thought
Pamela.
Riding in
behind
the
this-
Thanks,
semi,
Pamela.
get people
Good
to
night.
do
Actually,
it.
when you get like a NASCAR jacket, it's
Mhm.
worth so much money. If you get the person to sign it,
Does anybody remember what Dolores
it's worth
said?
a hell of a lot more. So that's the whole object behind it. And that, not only that, but you know it's coming from the family.
Which saying?
Do you remember what Dolores said? I want a Dolores shirt with the phrase written on it from when she was trying to use the intercom at the jail on Ma'am. I can't remember what she said, but it cracked me up.
When she was getting Jody out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
I love when she was
Yeah,
talking to
Netflix
Steven
right here.
and
If
she
you know what
goes,
episode.
You might have to
you
look and see what the hell
got
that is.
2 on 5 or whatever. Do you remember that part when she's like telling her to watch the news?
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, it's on channel 5 at 2. And she's like, I don't remember.
It's on channel
Someone-
2 at
someone in
5.
the comments will know.
My favorite part was when they were sitting
Yeah,
there
2
and
at
she
5.
goes to eat the candy and Alan's like, that's not good for your diabetes. Oh, I don't care.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, wow, you say it, Dolores. Like, she did not care.
Just
She
like
That's
that
funny.
box of chocolate she was supposed to share.
oh.
I came the next day. I knew she got them.
Good thing I
Next day, I went over there to grab one, and
What
she's
season
like,
is
I ate all of them.
Um,
Seriously, she was supposed to save me one.
It was.
That's funny.
No. Shit, I don't remember.
I like it when she's feeding Bandit.
Yeah.
She makes herself a burger and then shares it with the dog.
Every time that I watch Making a Murder, I see that scene where she's making those burgers and she's frying the buns.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh my god.
I have to do that.
The
Yum.
roast that she had, like in the cook, like the big
Yeah.
huge. I'm like, can I get some of that though? Because
I felt the vibration.
That's my third. Somewhere in the bed.
Rosie O'Donnell sent me a message on Twitter, and she said that Stephen's mom is one of her favorite people.
Yeah, both of them. I love both of them.
I just thought that was funny. I love his mom, like capitalized letters.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and finish mine up now, so we'll see. Whoever, I only have 13 people left, so.
Good
night.
I have 34.
Thanks, everybody.
Adios, people.
Love the support. Bye. Mwah.
Thanks for coming.
If I can give you